There's a new reward and potentially some new clues in the mysterious murder of a prominent neurosurgeon in Detroit. Dr. Devon Hoover was found dead in the attic crawl space of his mansion on April 23rd. Police say his body was wrapped and there were multiple gunshot wounds to the head. Sources have also told local media that police believe Dr. Hoover was likely shot downstairs before being dragged into the attic, and that he was killed by a man perhaps that he knew. Person of interest was arrested 6 days after the murder, but released on May 2nd, and no other suspects have been made, and there are no arrests at all that have come up. I'm joined by two of Dr. Hoover's friends, Matthew and Kim Clayson. Thank you both for being with us tonight. I can't imagine what it's like for you, having known him and just people in that community. It's just awful. Have you heard anything new? I mean, do you believe that this was someone who may have known Dr. Hoover?
We really can't speculate as to what could have possibly happened. We're really here just to talk about the reward fund for whoever might have a clue, who can come forward and hopefully help bring some information to the police that will help solve this crime. And that's all we can say.
Yeah, I totally understand. And obviously, there is a GoFundMe set up. There's now a $20,000 reward, which is really, really important as police try to get information. Tell us a little bit about Dr. Hoover, Kim. I mean, it sounds like he was a wonderful man. I've been reading about him for the last couple of weeks. You know, I would have people over to the house. His house is beautiful, by the way. Tell us about him.
Yeah, Devon was one of the biggest advocates of the city of Detroit and just doing good things and investing in the city. So we met him in 2005. He encouraged us to buy this crazy 9-bedroom vacant house that was 100 years old. He said, only you can renovate that house. Only you can do it. And he was like that with everyone. He was a coach, he was a mentor, and he was someone who was passionate about everything he did. And you know, with that, he had many social circles, many different networks in the city, many different friendship circles, and just someone that everyone knew, leaned on, relied on. We thought he would be here, you know, forever.
Yeah, his house was just beautiful. You mentioned him encouraging you to also buy a big house and restore it. It's just it's sad to think that he was murdered in a place that he obviously loved so much and you know had spent so much time renovating. Do you all live right close to there?
We live about 1.5 miles away, so we're more in the downtown area. We actually downsized, decided to go from super old to super modern, and to which Devon supported that too. It was very funny. We're like, well, we're gonna go in a little more cleaner, modern, clean lines and white walls. And he came and he goes, "This is beautiful. It's amazing." Yeah. Because again, it was, you know, it was historic, still Detroit, though modern. And he loved his friends. He loved his city.
Are you surprised that this has still not been solved? I mean, again, you know, there was someone in custody. I remember hearing about this right when it happened, thinking, "Gosh, I'm sure they're gonna solve this quickly." I know, obviously, the reward comes into play now. I mean, did you think by now that you would know who was behind this?
We really did. I mean, I can't believe it's been 2 months and we still don't have answers. I think, and we want to believe that the police are still actively investigating and tracking down every possible clue to figure out what possibly happened. And so hopefully they're just around the corner from an answer, and they just want to make sure that they have their case exactly right before they announce anything.
And waiting for that right tip. And that's why raising the reward from the GoFundMe is so important, is to have anyone come forward with that right tip that could lead to that key missing piece of evidence that can bring charges. Because I'm confident that the police know who did this and why. They just need an airtight case.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It might just be one more piece of information that someone has that could really seal the deal on this. Matt and Kim, thank you so much. I just want to say again, the Crime Stoppers number, it's 1-800-SPEAK UP. There's now a $20,000 reward. Obviously, people who knew Dr. Hoover are still suffering through all of this. So let's just hope that someone who saw something, anything, it might be, like Matt said, it might just be that final nail in the coffin for whoever did this. Matt and Kim, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.